What's going on, guys? It's a Crypto Ref here, and I am back at it again with another video. And today I'm going to talk to you about 3 different projects that are earning me passive income of over $100 a day total. Now, one of these almost gives me $100 a day alone, but altogether I'm making over $100 a day just from these 3 different projects. Now tomorrow, just as a heads up, I am going to be showing how I find different projects and how I find different ways to get this passive income. So if you're new to this channel or you just stumbled upon this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that like button. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the section below, and I will try to get back to you on that. But without further ado, let's start with the first project, which is this. This is the AstroFarms, their latest farm that they put out, which is the Neptune finance farm. Now, AstroFarms is doing something very unique in the yield farming game, because that's what this is. This is yield farming. If you look at all of their projects, after the farming has started, their tokens are gaining value. Now they have a governance token which only has 100 total supply, 100, and that's worth $5,000 right now. That's Leo. Just a week or so ago, it was worth $500. Maybe it wasn't a week ago, maybe it was a little more than that. But in any case, it was not long ago that it was worth just $500. So that's already 10x. And they also had another farm, which was their cancer farm. The only reason I didn't get into that is because I was sketched out, because I think it was a pre-sale that they had. So what we know what happens with pre-sales and with yield farms, the price goes crazy high, and then as soon as the farming opens, it completely dumps. But what's happening with cancer and now with Neptune is that even as this farm is being used, the token isn't dumping in price, it's gaining value. So you can look at the cancer chart and see it is gaining value. You can look at Neptune, and where this started yesterday, it was at like $25 or $30, and it's gaining value. It's at $52. I don't know how they are making the contract to work to where it's just not dumping, or if it's just completely the community that sees the gem of a yield farm and developers that this is, and they're holding these tokens, because there's going to be more astrology based farms. You know, Virgo is going to come up next sometime in the middle of August, and it's very likely that there's going to be some farms with the Neptune token tied to some pools there. So I'm holding on to some of my Neptune, if not most of it, but let me go ahead and show you where I'm at as far as earning goes with vfat.tools for Neptune. And you can see right here I have around $623 put into this farm. Every single day I'm making around $99.27. Excuse me. That's going to go up and down just because some of the prices of the governance tokens and stuff like that is going to go up and down, and new people that are getting into this farm is going to change my APR over time, because they're going to take up some of my percentage just because it's new, fresh people. So these are the 2 farms I'm in right now. I'm in the Leo and Raptomatic farm, and you can see right here, that's what I have staked here. What I'm doing with this is all the Neptune that I'm earning, and I don't do this with any other yield farm, pretty much, is I'm coming over to their cryo pools, which is their individual pools, and I am staking that in the Neptune pool to get more Neptune back. Now, why am I doing that? Because it's gaining value. I would never do that in any other farm anywhere, because those farms just pump and dump all the time. Usually all these native tokens and most other yield farms, you never want to touch them because you're going to lose money. But this one, I'm gaining money. You can see I put a little over $600 in it, and I'm making, we'll call it around $100 a day just from one project. So check this out. It's been KYC verified and reviewed by RugDoc as low risk, not some risk, but low risk. And the developers have great plans ahead. So definitely come check this out and get into this. If you have any questions about how to use the Polygon blockchain, because that's what this is a part of, is the Matic blockchain, check this video up in the iCard where I cover Polydragon, which is another great project, and it's also made by the same developers that of another project I'm going to show you in this video, and that'll show you how to use the Binance Smart Chain and bridge to the Polygon blockchain very simply. And I suggest do that because bridging from ETH to Matic is a little bit more expensive. So there's that. The second thing I want to talk about is actually something that's been in my description box for a long time, and it's the Fold app. Now, what is Fold? Fold is a debit card that gives you Bitcoin rewards on all of your purchases. And on top of that, there is a daily wheel that you can get even more rewards from. Now you can use that wheel even if you don't even have one of their debit cards yet. If you're on the wait list, you can use that wheel every single day and get some Bitcoin back from that. Now, let me show you some of the rewards that I've actually been able to pull out, because I have been able to pull out rewards. I've actually made money from this. I have 2 different times where I pulled out around $150. Now in about 30 days, I'll have give or take around $300, depending on the price of Bitcoin, which right now is pumping. I'll have around $300 worth of Bitcoin that I can pull out if I decide to do that, or if I just want to let it sit in there, I can do that too. A really cool, what's the word I'm looking for? Promotion that Fold is doing right now is if you use my link, and there's no limit to this, you can see many videos on YouTube that are like, the first 100 people that use this link. No, there's no limit to this. If you use my link, I will get $25 worth of Bitcoin, and so will you, just for using my link, just for signing up for Fold. So check that out, because you'll get a free $25. And if you don't even want to use their debit card and don't want to sign up for that to get rewards on all your purchases, then you can go ahead and just use the daily wheel and get money from that as well. Now, there's a few things to consider when you do use the debit card, that there are some limitations on some purchases. You can see here, I bought some food, and I didn't get the full reward amount from that wheel because I didn't spend the minimum, I guess, purchase amount that was required for that. But you can also see on here where I spent $1,000, where I got 10% back on that because I spent more than $500. That was the minimum that was required for that. So I got more than $100 worth of Bitcoin back now because of price action, just for moving my money around, because that's what it was. I was just moving my money around, and it counted as a transaction. So that's just pretty stinking sweet and awesome, if you ask me. So if you want to get in on that, that's really passive income, because you're going to spend your money anyway. Get $25, give me $25 as a thank you, and check that link in the description for Fold. Now, the last thing, this is probably going to become no surprise to anyone that's been following my channel at all, and that's OurGlass right here. What is OurGlass? Well, if you want a full breakdown, you can check this link up in the iCard that goes over everything for this project, and I do mean everything. It's about 40 minutes long, and it'll answer any questions that you have. I'll give you a quick run over though. This is a lottery that pays you every single day forever, for the life of the contract, which is forever. How are you eligible for the lottery? You have to stake at least $3 billion for this day. You can see the daily drawing countdown right here. If you haven't staked $3 billion, you're not eligible for that day. It is what it is. It's how this works. But I've deposited enough to get a little bit more than $3 billion a day. That's giving me around $15. Now, I'm not using that $15 and taking it out. I'm every day putting it back in, because I want to be one of those that wins the lottery. Now, there's 2 ways to win, and both people will win this amount right here. Now, you can see total prizes. That's total. That gets split in 2 because there's 2 ways to win: 23,723, and then 11,000, almost 12,000. One is the random winner, like I just talked about, the 3 billion, but the other way is to be the largest depositor, which you have to stake more than today's lottery share. So in either case, if you're the random winner, you won $11,000, almost $12,000. If you staked more than the lottery share, you won $11,000 if no one else has staked more than you. Now look at this right here. For the random winner, at least, there is 160 people staked. So 1 out of 160 chance to win nearly $12,000. That is pretty amazing. And if you look at the price right here and you go check your charts, check the charts, now is a great time to get in, because we had some whales sell and now the price is down a good bit. So you can get a lot of glass for your money. So this pays you forever too. I'm getting this every single day, and this will not stop, because I'm just getting that glass every single day forever. So maybe check that out. And if you don't mind, use my referral link to get in on this. That would be very helpful. So if you have any questions, again, leave them in the comment section below. I will be going over how I find new projects and new ways to make passive income tomorrow. On top of that, again, if you want to get into the Neptune farms, I don't have a referral link for that. They don't do referrals, so I'm not going to gain anything for it. But you can see I put a little over $600 and I'm making $100 a day. You can see with the Fold app, we'll call that, I'm making it probably at least $5 a day, depending on how much I spend. And then with Hourglass, I'm making $15 a day, even with the price being down so low. So I say I'm making more than $100 a day. We'll call it $120 a day right now, which, you know, that'll change with as price fluctuates with Bitcoin and all that, and with this. But hopefully this helps you guys. Hopefully you get in on some of these projects, because this is a great way to get out of wherever we're working right now and really be our own boss, just because we put our money to work and put our money to use. So think about it and check these other videos that I talked about in the iCards. Think about it. This is a great way to get into this and this type of concept of passive income. But really, that's about it for this video. So y'all have a good one. Bye now.